He was in a sick, weird, degenerate bag. And you know, you really want to know how sick them founding fathers was, get you a good anthropology book, study of man. And you find out that down through the years, ever since the first man, that basic man's behavior pattern never differed that much from one man to another man. We got to the American man. It's the only cat in the history of man created a wild, woolly West. The sickest the Romans was, Americans was the first ones to be a cowboy. Never in the history of man was there a cowboy till it got to America. You realize how sick and degenerate this cat had to be? You realize how sick you had to be to want to be a cowboy? A big old hat on your head, old toe pinching shoes, strap two guns around your belly and put an LBJ look on your face talking about law and order. And to this very day, America still got a cowboy mentality. Check out this man's history, them founding fathers, them sick degenerates, so sick they had to be a cowboy and kill one another for physical therapy. One day, cowboys had a big meeting. Said, we got a problem. I said, what's the problem, hombre? Said, we wiping out one another. Said, well, cowboy got to kill somebody to be cowboy. Said, well, we got a master plan. Said, what's that? Said, we're going to find somebody else to kill. Said, who? Said, that's not important. Said, what's important is what we're going to name them. What you going to name them? Said, we're going to call them Injuns. We'll play the mighty game of cowboy and Injun. Say, well, who's going to be the Injun? Say, look out there in the valley. Tell that red boy to come here. Come here, red boy. Yeah, what you want? Come on, stop him. You the Injun, boy. Say, the what? What's that? You find out, take that gun and run for the hills. The red man made a pretty good little engine until he got hip to what was going down. Once he found out what was happening, he hurried up back to the great white father's mansion, knocked on the door. Great white father come, looked out the door and said, yeah, what do you want, red boy? And me just come to tell you, me not gonna be your Injun no more. Say, what? You red-faced, moccasin-wearing freak, who in the... Red man say, great white father, call me all the names you want to call me. Me still not going to be your Injun no more. Rather than the cowboy being outdone, he looked at the red man and said, well, you just want to quit because you found out cowboy got too much manhood for you, huh, boy? Red man said, great white father, your manhood has never bothered us. We checked that out the first day you landed at the Plymouth Rock. So well, you got to admit we some mean hombres. We killed too good for you. That's why you want to quit. And that didn't surprise us. You right, you're a mean hombre. You do mean, vicious things, but didn't surprise us. Raped our women, killed our kids, and burned our village down. And all of that didn't surprise us. We kind of expected that out of you. Cowboy said, oh, come on, Injun. Damn it, you know we surprised you on something. That's why you want to quit. I said, yes, my white brother, you did surprise us on something. But it wasn't you raping our women and killing our kids and burning our village down. That didn't surprise us. What surprised us, my great white brother, after you do all those vicious things to us, you go all over the world trying to convince man that red man is the savage. We're not going to be your Injun no more. Yeah, you surprised us. Every time the cavalry win, it's a grand victory. When the Indians win, it's a grand massacre. You did surprise us. You surprised us up on the Indian reservation trying to convince my kids that Columbus discovered America. We're not going to be your Injun no more. The white father said, okay, boy, You don't want to be the engine no more. We put you up on the reservation, kill you anyway. Red man said, Great White Father, don't explain to me none of your hang-ups no more. Do whatever you feel you have to do. Just understand one thing. Whatever you do to us from this day on, you're doing to a red man and not to your engine. Red man rode off the reservation. Great White Father had everything working pretty mellow. All his tricks was working. Everything was together. That is, except one thing. No engine. Great White Father held a big meeting in the mansion, said we got to get us an engine. Cowboy can't be cowboy without an engine. Said, well, it ain't gonna work. We went up on the reservation. He ain't coming. Damn him, get somebody else. Say, who? Say, tell that Jew to come here. Come here, Jew boy. Yeah, what you want? You the engine. The what? We the merchants. Damn it, Jew, we say you the engine. Engine, what's that? You find out. Take that gun, run for the hills. Jew made a pretty hip little engine till he got hip to what was going on. Didn't take him too long, but the Jew ain't never been nobody's fool. He always had some smarts. Matter of fact, the Jew was so hip, he damn near found out what was going down before he left. So he hurried back to the Great White Father's mansion, beat on the door. Great White Father looked out the window and said, yeah, what do you want, Jaime? And we just left the temple. Say, so what? Say, so what? We decided we're not going to be your engine no more. Say, okay, Jew, if you don't want to be the engine no more, you have to do something for us. What do you want to do? Jew said, I don't know. We'll think about it. Great White Father said, okay, Jew, and while you thinking about it, we'll be watching you. You know, to this very day, the Jew is still thinking about it. And the Great White Father is still watching him. But like I said, all the tricks was together. Great White Father had it going. All his game was working. All his tricks was working. Everything was together except one thing. No engine. Matter of fact, he gone longer this time than he ever gone without an engine. 3 weeks, 4 days. I was really getting to him. He got to shooting at his wife and stomping at his kids. Again, Great White Father had a big meeting in mansion, said, we got to get us an engine today. Said, who we gonna get? Said, who's left? Tell that Irishman to come. He said, oh, no, not that Bigfoot, dumb, clob-hopping freak. Said, better him than my wife. Come here, Irishman. Here's what y'all want. You the engine, boy. Say, the what? What's that? Say, you find out, take that gun, run for the hills. The Irishman made a pretty hip little engine because he didn't get as hip as the Jew as quick as he did, but he got hip. And when he did, the Irishman hurried up back to the Great White Father's mansion, knocked on the door. Great White Father looked out and said, yeah, what do you want, Irishman? Said, I just come to tell you we're not going to be the engine no more. Say, you dumb freak, who you been talking to, them damn Jews? Said, okay, Irishman, if you don't want to be the engine no more, you have to do something for us. What do you want to do? Irishman thought about it for a while, said, we'll be your police. Be the what? Oh, dumb Irish, who in the hell ever heard of an Irish cop? Say, wait a minute, don't move, stay right there, I'll be right back. Great White Father rushed into the big mansion to explain this funny joke to Super White Father as this dumb, clumsy Irishman talk about being the police. The Great White Father rushed up to Super White Father and said, come here, Rocky. Super White Father said, yes, white boy, what do you want? He said, you believe that dumb, stupid Irishman is outside saying if we relieve him from being the engine, he'll be our police? Super White Father said, well, that's the cleverest thing I've heard since we landed at the Plymouth. So, come on, Super White Father, you know that Irishman too dumb to be the police? Damn you, white boy, shut up and sit on the floor. I said that's the cleverest thing I heard. The Irishman wanting to be the police. He said, but Super White Father, you know he too dumb. Shut up, I said, boy, that's who he wants to be the police. Somebody so dumb they don't know right from wrong. And anything we do wrong, we'll tell them it's right. And anybody try to interfere with us, we'll tell them they're wrong. smart. That's why you super white folks. So it came to pass the Irishman became the police. Again, everything was working pretty mellow. All his system was working. All his tricks was working. Everything was together except one thing. No more Indians. Again, Great White Father held big meeting, said, we got to get us an Indian. Can't go another day without an Indian. Say, who we gonna get? Say, look down in the valley, who's left? And tell that Italian to come here. Come here, you walk. Yeah, what for you want with me? Say, you the Indian, you walk. Say, Indian, what's that? Say, you find out. Let that monkey go. Get rid of that organ grinder. Take that gun and run for the hills. The Italian made a pretty hip little Indian. Matter of fact, if you really want to know what the cowboy was all about, you should all read the story of Psycho and Vanzetti. Matter of fact, if I had my way, I would make it mandatory by law that every child in America that reached the tender age of 12 by law would be forced to read the story of Psycho and Vanzetti. Then you'd have no doubt what the cowboy was all about. Like I say, Italian made a pretty hip little Indian until he got hip to what was going down. He too hurried back to the mansion, beat on the door. Great White Father rushed to the door and said, yeah, what do you want, Italian? We just come to tell you we're not going to be the Indian no more. So, okay, Italian, if you don't want to be the Indian no more, you have to do something for us. What do you want to do? And he said, I don't know, we'll do anything you want us to do except be the Indian. You say, anything? He said, yeah, anything. So, okay, Italian, how about pushing a little dope for us? Say, what? Say, how about pushing a little dope for us? Say, oh, no, you just want to get us put in jail. How in the hell can you get put in jail when we own the Irish police? They cannot arrest no one until we tell them to. And matter of fact, if we tell them to arrest you, you don't have to do nothing wrong. Say, no, even if the Irish cops don't arrest us, what about the parents? The American people will react. What do you mean? You just can't go around pushing dope to people's kids and the police not doing anything. The American people will rebel. So you don't have to worry about that. Say, why? Say, we got a program, we'll have most Americans so dumb and stupid, they'll never know what's going on. So how you going to have all Americans dumb and stupid? So we got a master plan. So what do you call it? It's called education. Say, how does it work? Say, it's simple. Instead of educating them, you indoctrinate them, and they'll never know there's a difference between education and an indoctrination. As a matter of fact, we'll guarantee you there'll come a day in America where the average American will be so dumb and stupid they'll never have the wisdom to figure out how a 9-year-old kid in New York or Chicago or Cleveland can find a heroin man, but the FBI cannot find him. Italians say, okay, we'll do it. So the Italian became the symbol of crime in America. The Italians became the symbol of gangsterism in America. Italians became the symbol of murder in America, and while all of us old, slimy, insane, degenerate Americans was blaming all the crime and gangsterism and murder on the Italians, the real gangsters and the real murderers, the real criminals, the Great White Father, he was permitted to walk among us and be recognized as statesman. Oh, that slimy degenerate gives large grants to all the colleges and universities. He tries to control everybody on the board of directors. That's what the problem is. Their young folks from these college institutions are saying, No more lies, damn it. Teach me how to live instead of teach me how to make a living. Well, all his tricks was working. Everything was mellow. Oh, he had his game uptight, except, no, it was worse than that. Not only did he have no more engines, wasn't no more left. Great White Father held a meeting in the mansion, said we got to get engines, so ain't no more left. Said, well, cowboy can't be cowboy without someone to kill. Said, what we gonna do, hombre? Say, tonight we'll choose sides, and tomorrow morning at 12 noon, we'll meet in front of the OK Corral and have a shootout. What a glorious thing. Great White Father gonna wipe out one another. That night they chose sides. The next morning at 8 o'clock, they was all sitting around the breakfast table looking at one another with the dead eye, knowing that in less than 4 hours, the Great White Father would wipe out Great White Father. That is, the great wipeout that never happened. You see, at 8:20 that morning, something happened. I never will forget that. At 8:20 that morning, less than 4 hours before the Great White Father was going to wipe out one another, the nigger showed up at the mansion. Knocked on the door. Great White Father rushed to the door and looked out and said, yeah? What do you want, nigga? Mr. White folks, we just wanted to know if we could apply for that engine job. Nigga, what you say? Say we want to know if we can become the new engine. Say, hell no, nigga. That's why you the nigga. Dummies you is. Wait there, don't move. I'll be right back. Great White Father rushed inside the mansion and showed this old dumb, stupid nigga, the Super White Father. Come here, Super. Look at that dumb nigga. He's so dumb he want to be the engine. Super White Father came, looked out the window. Come here, white boy. You hear what I've done now? Look at that nigga out there. There ain't no ordinary nigga. He said, well, they all look alike to me. Damn you white boy, sometime I don't know how you got here with us. Look at that nigga. That's no ordinary nigga. Look at him, standing tall. Lips all tucked in. Brooks Brothers suit on. Phi Beta Kappa key from Harvard and Yale. That nigga look more like us than us. Tell that nigga to come in here. Come in, nigga. Yassa. Nigga, understand you want me to be the engine. Yassa, Miss White folks. Okay, nigga, that's a funny joke, man. Get the hell on out of here before we hurt you. No, Miss White folks, we really want to be the engine. Nigga, do you know what we do the engine? Yassa, Miss, you damn lie, nigga. Don't you lie to me. Where the hell you could know that we do the engines and want to be one? Yes, Miss White folks, we know. Shut up, nigga. Let me tell you what we do the engines. Rape their women, kill their kids, and burn their village down. You didn't know that, did you, nigga? Yes, Mr. White folks. You mean to tell me, nigga, you know what we do the engines and you still want to be one? Yes, sir. Why, nigga, why? Cause you see, Mr. White folks, y'all do the same thing to niggas, but at least they tell us the engine get to carry a gun. I told you that wasn't no ordinary nigga. Okay, nigga, you can be the engine. So it came to pass, we became the new engine. And that's when Great White Father put us in a trick. See, we thought once we became the new engine, we'd be relieved of our nigga duties. No, he said, you still the nigga too. You volunteered for that engine gig. Now, being the engine ain't no big thing because everybody at some time or another have been the engine in this country. But I say to you today in America, you never know what being the engine is until you have to be the nigga too. Yeah, the young blacks became the new engines and the old blacks was forced to continue to be the nigga. That's a hell of a thing when the cowboy wake up early in the morning and go out and lynch him, one of his young black Indians, and that nigger mammy had to wash her son's blood out the cowboy's shirt when she washed the boss's clothes that night. You never know what being the Indian is until you have to be the nigger too. But one day we got hip to what was going down. Yeah. When we got hip, we hurried up back to the great white father's mansion because we didn't go to the front door. We went to the back and knocked. Great white father looked out the door and said, "What you doing, nigga?" Said, "We just come to tell you we ain't going to be the Indian no more, so you better get off that porch, nigga, before I hurt you." But damn, man, you let everybody else go but us. You know, we was forced to continue to be the Indian for a whole decade. The decade of the 60s. That's what all the rumbling was about. Matter of fact, we would probably still be the Indian today had it not been for, thank God, for Stokely Carmichael and Rap Brown. Yeah, Brother Stokely and Brother Rap taught us one good lesson. He said, "My black brother, you don't want to be the Indian anymore. Stop looking like the Indian." I said, "What do you mean, Stokely? What do you mean, Rap?" "You take the wall paint off your face, get the feather out your cap, throw them beads away, and quit making them damn blankets. And when you stop looking like the Indian, black brother, he'll understand that you not. Look like yourself, because black is beautiful." We weren't talking about black was beautiful at the expense that white was ugly. We was talking about black was beautiful because the system had warped our minds so bad. Up until 5 years ago, most black folks believed black was ugly. Well, we listened to Brother Stokely, we listened to Brother Rap. We stopped looking like the Indian. We let our hair grow out the way nature meant for it to grow out. We say anybody don't like nappy hair, go to hell. We stopped being ashamed of our black face. We don't use all that old bleaching cream anymore. We stopped being ashamed of our big lips. We don't tuck our lips in no more. We let them all hang out. Ain't y'all ashamed of big old funny looking lips? Used to be. How come y'all ain't ashamed no more? Well, we just realized man couldn't live without a little love, and all big lips mean is when I reach to kiss my lady, chances are I ain't gonna miss her. We ain't ashamed of our big old wide nose anymore. Ain't y'all ashamed of them funny looking old noses? Used to be. Well, how come y'all ain't shaved no more? Realized through nature man couldn't live without breathing in air. And all wide nose mean that I can breathe in more air than you. That's why every time they take a white cat to the hospital, they got to put that oxygen tent on his little nose before they get him an ambulance. That's $100 before they even find out what's wrong with it. And we don't have to go that route. Hey, Dr. Jabbo Jones laying over there. What's wrong with him? I don't know. He's getting too much air. Plug up one of his nostrils. We stopped being ashamed of the way we talk. I don't know why them colored folks don't apply themselves and learn how to speak the English language good like us white folks in America. I wish all you white folks in America would get on a jet plane one day and fly to London, England, and listen to that Englishman talk, and you find out you can't speak English neither. The only difference between you and me, we know we can't talk, and we know you can't talk. So what the hell we gonna run around sounding like you for? You see some nigga running through the black ghetto talking about, gosh. Come on, you guys. You know, you listen to them them coloreds talk and you just can't understand what they're saying most of the time. That's right. That ain't no lie. And we listen to you whites talk, and we can't understand what you're saying most of the time. Of course, we don't make no big issue out of it because we feel you're doing the best you can. You know, if you white folks in America would listen to one another, just listen to each other talk. See, we listen to you all the time. Get you a tape recorder and record your conversation. Then play it back and write it down. And then get your English dictionary. See how many words you use you can't find in the English dictionary. Yeah, listen to yourself talk. We listen to you all the time. Jesus Christ, Chucky, let's go get some nookie. So what? Just what in the hell is nookie? My English-speaking friend. I've checked every English dictionary, can't find no nookie, but the way you be looking for it, I know it exists. Yeah, I'm 38 years old, been all the way around the world. I still don't know what nookie is. Just sound like something I ain't never had and don't never want. I'll just be happy with my wife and 8 kids. Damn nookie. Whatever it might be, y'all. Well, after a whole decade of not looking like the Indian, great white father got hip, and it happened. He decided to release us from being the Indian. It happened one day in 1969. Great white father decided to release us from being the Indian. That's when we put him in the super trick. We said, we're not going to be your nigga no more neither. That was a glorious day in America for black folks, but it was a sad day in America for America because it meant the first time in the history of America she was without a nigger and an Indian at the same time. That had never happened before. There was brief periods she didn't have Indians, but she always had the niggers to fall back on. Not only do America not have a nigger or Indian, she's fixing to greet a new decade, the decade of the 70s, without a nigger or an Indian. A lot of people say she'll make it. Say, no, cowboy is still a cowboy. Cowboy needs an Indian. To be honest with you, I was surprised America made the whole month of January 1970 without a nigger or an Indian. A whole month. She made February of 1970 without a nigger or an Indian. That surprised me, although February was a short month. She made March and she made April. January, February, March, and April of 1970, America made without a nigger or an Indian. A lot of people say, I think she'll go all the way. Say, no, look at the thick, slimy, degenerate freak. Cowboy will always be the cowboy. Cowboy needs a nigger and an Indian. 4 months, January, February, March, and April of 1970 without a nigger or Indian. And then it happened. Oh, how well did it happen? How well do you youngsters here at Kent University know it happened? May the 4th, 1970. The cowboy held the biggest meet never held in the history of the mansion. Said, we got to get us a nigger engine today. Say, my God, man, there's no more left. Say, look down in the valley. There's our new engines. There's our new niggas. Say, my God, man, those are our white kids. Say, they used to be. They're the new niggers and the new engines. Last year was all about. May the 4th, 1970 was you young white kids' inauguration day. That was the day, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you young white kids in America became America's new nigger and became America's new engine. Kent University just happened to be the area. Different people become niggas at different places. We became in Mississippi, Georgia, and Alabama. We must say one thing. You new niggas really surprised us ex-niggas the way you moved into your nigga duty so groovy. Yeah, by the nightfall of May the 4th, 1970, the whole world knew who the new niggas and the new engines was. Nobody ever got the message across that quick. In case you run across some young white kids in America today that don't believe they're the new niggas and the new engines, tell them, please don't take my word for it. Tell them to listen to them talk shows on radio and television. Tell them to listen to the older white folks today discussing you younger white folks. They sound the same way talking about you today they used to sound talking about us in the 60s.
Did you hear that? Dick Grady.